TAW. Thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to go over Israeli bandages or trauma type bandages. Last video on wound packing we went over how to apply them. We're just going to look at differences. Last class I taught there were some questions about the different types. So today I have the OLAES, the trauma NAR, emergency trauma dressing, and then we have a traditional Israeli bandage. They're all relatively trying to get the same thing done. That's to put pressure on the wound and stop the bleeding. They all do it a little bit different ways. If we look at these, one of the things that I like about the OLAES is that it doesn't have two packages. The original Israeli bandages has this outer package, and then it has a package underneath that's vacuum sealed. When I put my IFAKs together, when I put my emergency kits together, I always take off this outer package. So when we look at the OLAES, how it comes out, we have this side right here that goes down towards the wound. The OLAES, we have this pressure cup that goes on the back, so as we take this off and start wrapping, we want this pressure cup directly over the wound. Another thing that's about the OLAES is you also have packing material inside the bandage that comes with it. So if you need to pack the wound more than what you have in your kit, you can always pull this out and pack the wound with it before we put this on the wound. When we look at the North American Rescue, this is a 6-inch version. Again, just one single airtight package. Comes out other side towards wound. You just open it up. It has this Velcro, and then has a 6-inch pad. Now, if you notice between the North American Rescue and a standard, this is a standard 6-inch Israeli dressing. We have this 6-inch pad here that's about 9 inches wide, and we have this 6x6 pad here. So with the traditional Israeli bandage, we got a little bit more absorption here. Also, with the standard Israeli dressing, we have this pressure bar on the back. We don't have that here. However, the stretch in the North American Rescue bandage is a lot stiffer, a lot more tension to it than what the Israeli bandage is. The Israeli bandage also has this little bar at the end that you tack down. One of the things that I really like about the North American Rescue as we get here, number one, it's Velcro all the way through, so you can re-roll this up if you wanted to, if you needed to. For my training, for training classes, it does. Also, you see this tension, this last bar around here, that's going to stick, so you have two things that are keeping this together. Well, honestly, you have a bunch of them, because each one of these strips, as you wrap around them, is going to Velcro to it. Then you also have this 2-inch wide Velcro strap here that's going to attach to it as well. So in terms of keeping the tension on it, keeping it all together, the North American Rescue really wins out. It doesn't have the bar, but again, because this is stiffer, we can develop a lot more compression on the wound. And then the pad on the North American Rescue is smaller. If we look at this, really doesn't do it justice, because this is a 4-inch versus the 6-inch, but the 6-inch is 6x6 of these. I really do like the pressure cup on the back, and again, this is going to be a much stiffer material than what the Israeli is. The North American Rescue is a little bit more elasticity to it, so it's going to create a little bit more pressure than what this will, but they both are significantly more compression than what the regular Israeli bandage goes to. All right, now we're going to be looking at the three differences between Each one of these, this is our trainer that we make. Recommend that you go back and look at that video. You can train so much on these. They really do a good job. So we're going to do the original Israeli dressing. We're going to start with that first. So as we put it on, we're going to put it on directly over the wound. This pressure bar goes directly over the wound. We're going to come around. And the first time we kind of twist this as we come through to make it go in there. First time we're going to come around. Second time we twist, come through, and now we're going to go back. And we're going to pull this down tight. And what that does is, if you can see this bar here, it's creating pressure directly over that wound. We're going to wrap one that's a little bit lower. One that's a little bit higher. Then one around the middle. Then we're going to take this, whatever piece you can grab, and we're just going to lock it in there. Then we're going to tape over it, so that this can't get dislodged. Again, so we're gonna, if you can kind of see this one, we're gonna put this pad directly over it. We're gonna go around. First one goes all the way around. Second one, we come back, spin around it, one a little bit lower, one a little bit higher, and then when we lock it in, we're gonna tape this down so it doesn't come undone. Now, if we look at the North American Rescue, again, we're going to put this right over the wound. This first one, match it, goes right on top. So because of that Velcro, now if I just leave it there, it's going to stay. It makes it a lot easier to dress. And I can really crank down on this. And these Velcro tabs go all the way around, and that Velcro's in. And then again, you have these bars to slide it over. This one, again, it doesn't have that bar here, that pressure bar here, or the pressure cup. But we still want to make sure we get that dressing pad directly over the top of the wound. The last one is going to be the OLAES. We're going to start with that. We're going to start with it directly over the wound with that cup. And that has this little Velcro part. Make sure that Velcro's down. And then right over that cup, if you can, stretch that Velcro part over it. Just holds it a little bit tighter. Right where I want it to. I'm going to do the first one right around that. And again, the second time around, I'm going to go a little bit over or above. And then this has that same locking bar. So it just slides in to there. And then again, tape these all down. Make sure that they stay in place and don't come loose. Kind of the basics on the battle dressings, differences between them. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Till next time, have a great day.